Good morning. It is the third Monday of our school closure, so we're going on week 3, and I hope you guys are all still doing well and you are safe and healthy, along with everyone in your families. Okay, so we're just going to go over a few important things. First, our Zoom meeting on Thursday. Overall, I thought it was great. We had 26 kids participate, so I got to see a lot of faces. That made me really happy. It was a little glitchy and a little laggy, so next time I'm going to try something called Google Meet. The good thing about Google Meet is you all have access to it through your school Google login, so it'll be easy to get onto. We tried this in our staff meeting on Thursday, and it was a lot less glitchy, so I'm hoping that'll work a little better. So we'll try that for our next one. Keep an eye on for a dojo message on when that will be and a link to it. Okay, the only other thing I do want to point out with that Zoom meeting is some of you took this opportunity to kind of be silly, do things that maybe weren't as appropriate, like sharing screens or putting up backgrounds. If you would not do it in class, you should not be doing it on this meeting. Just keep that in mind. If we're meeting together, it is like a school activity, and you should not be doing anything you would not be doing in class. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so one of the questions that popped up in the meeting were the end of the year activities. Again, this is all just we have to wait and see. Once we go back to school, we'll have to see what sort of orders are in place from the state or the district or the county with regards to gatherings of people, so we don't know how many kids we can all have together at the same time. So that will change our end of the year activities. So right now we're just going to wait and see. Keep in mind that when we go back, we will try no matter what to do fun things with you guys because it is your last year at Maple Hill, and we want you to have the fun activities that the 5th graders usually do. They might look different than they normally do, but we will definitely do something. With that in mind, I want to address the Revolution figure presentations. We are still planning to do that when we come back. If they extend our school closure anymore, like let's say now they don't want us to go back till May 15th, if that happens, we will 100% just switch over to Flipgrid for the American Revolution figures. But for now, we still want to see you guys do them in person. So we're going to keep it as a school activity. Probably if we come back May 6th, we will probably do it the following week around May 14th, I would say, either or the Tuesday or the Thursday of that second week back. I think that's it for end of the year activities for now. Oh, we did have to cancel our field trip to the Discovery Cube. Miss Morris asked all grade levels to cancel any remaining field trips. So that's the one thing I do know for sure is canceled for the end of the year. But the carnival and everything else, well, we're still waiting to see what will happen with that. Okay, so one thing I want to point out is that I sent an email to parents yesterday, or dojo, about starting a dojo portfolio. So what you guys can do as students, instead of always having to go through your parents' dojo account to see messages from me or ask questions, you guys can set up your own dojo portfolio where you will be able to share stuff with me. For example, on that paper that Miss Morris had emailed to parents about optional 5th grade activities you could do, one of the things under social studies said to make a family tree. And I had a couple students who did that. I know they did it because their parents told me they did it through dojo. And then Maria actually wanted to share her picture of her family tree with me. So she took a picture of it and sent it to me on dojo. So now, instead of having to use her parents' account, Maria could share things she did with me using her dojo portfolio. It's very easy to set up. You go to Class Dojo. You can either have an app on your iPad, you can have it on your phone if you have your own phones, or you can just go to classdojo.com on your computers or Chromebooks and set up your account. And all you'll have to do is log in with Google, and then it will ask you for a code, and this is our code. It's probably going to be backwards for you. It's OTSSJT, okay? And I sent this to your parents, so it has the instructions at the bottom. It's really simple. You just go to classdojo.com, you click on login with Google, and then you put this code in. And then you'll be able to share anything that you do with me. And it will just be able to be seen by me and your parents and yourself. You don't have to worry about other students seeing it. Okay, so set up that Google portfolio. I'll be excited to see what you've done on there. Remember, another way to share stuff with me is through Google Classroom. For example, on that paper again that Miss Morris sent out, that top box about language arts has to do with reading comprehension. And it just talks about how you should be reading every day, and then as an extension, you can do a little activity very similar to our reading response notebooks, where you either write questions that you still have about the book. Maybe you pretend to be a character and you write from their perspective. You write a summary, you write your favorite part, draw a picture. Those are all things that you could actually be doing on Google Classroom. So remember, if you went to your Google Classroom, under the assignments, there is one that says read for AR and 40 book challenge. And what you could do is after you read something, you can just open up a doc from this assignment, and then you can type in your reading responses. And so that would be another way to be showing what you're doing. Now, with that in mind, I've had students who have asked, well, how many reading comprehensions do I have to do? What am I required to do? And I'm going to say again that you're not required to do a certain amount of anything. These are optional, meaning I'm not going to be grading them. Should you do them still? Yes. Should you keep your brain active? Yes, 100%. But there's no set amount of anything you should do. I do keep track. I told you at the Zoom meeting, I've been keeping track. I'm looking to see what everyone is doing. I'm checking all of your work. I am looking at your ReadWorks, and I do want to talk about that really quick because I've seen some kids who are getting like almost all the multiple choice wrong. I know you, and I know that you're capable of more than that. I have a feeling some of you are like, this isn't graded. Who cares? I'm not going to try my best. You don't want to have that kind of mindset, right? You want to do well to prove to yourself that you can do well. It's not about doing something for a grade or for approval by me or your parents. It's about self-motivation, intrinsic motivation, doing things that make you feel good about yourself, like trying hard on the things that you do. So make sure when you are doing these assignments that you're giving it your best effort, right? To keep your brain sharp for next year when you're ready for middle school. Okay, so tomorrow you will have a new set of tomorrow, that's today. Today, Monday, you will have a new set of assignments up here. It'll say School Closure Enrichment Week 3. Now, if you finish all those, I have some kids who are kind of late to the game. They didn't really do anything during week 1, and they started to do stuff last week with week 2. If you finish week 3 and you're like, I have nothing else to do, go back and see what was on week 1, see what was on week 2, see if there's things you didn't do. Some other great optional ideas. Joshua had an awesome one. He went on BrainPop and found a video he was interested in. He just looked up a subject he was interested in. He chose Jackie Robinson. He watched a video on Jackie Robinson, and then he wrote up a little summary and sent it to me. It was awesome. I love that kind of stuff. It's right. He's thinking outside the box. He's like, well, what do I want to learn about? Let me go learn about it, and here I'm going to write a little summary to show what I learned. So I thought that was a great idea. Okay, so there's so many things you can be doing besides this just to keep yourself active and engaged. And feel free to share those with me through your class portfolio on Dojo, through Google Classroom, through Flipgrid. But for Flipgrid, remember that everyone can see it if I approve it. If you want to show me a video on Flipgrid, but you don't want others to see it, then just put a little note on there saying, Mrs. Swartz, this is just for your eyes. And then I won't make it public to everyone else. Okay, so there's lots of options. Okay, so I think I've gone through everything. Let me look at my giant list again. Okay. I think we did it. Just a couple other things. If my video cuts out, I'm not going to record this. So if all of a sudden it disappears, I'm going to leave it. Because FYI, I just recorded a video and it cut out when I was almost done, and I had to re-record it. And I should just get tech savvy and get one of those apps on my phone where I can splice videos, but I haven't done that yet. That's one of my projects, I guess, for this school closure. So anyways, couple other things you could be working on. Your American Revolution book. That's still going to be a requirement. I did assign it before the school closure, so it is something that will be graded. Feel free to work on it now if you want, okay? And if you're done, you can turn it in to me. There was a link under the writing tab on Google Classroom that had to do with it. It gave you the instructions on how to do it, so feel free to turn it in, or just push the turn in button and turn in your original doc that you were typing on to me, and that'll tell me, oh, they're done. I can go check out their book on bookcreator.com. So remember, it's bookcreator.com, and you can keep working on your American Revolution book. The other thing that you definitely still need to be working on is that 40 book challenge. Make sure you get that done. And there's one other thing. Oh, your Google site. Your Google site portfolio that we were going to show for open house. Keep working on that too, right? There's all kinds of other things I did assign before school closed that are technically going to be graded that you could be working on at this time. So I think that's it. I miss you guys. This is such a long, feels so long. These first 2 weeks were so long. But we can do it. We can get through the rest of this time. And then hopefully, if everyone follows the orders, right, and we all stay safe and we slow the spread of the coronavirus, we can get back together sooner and get to hang out and finish off the rest of our school year, right? So, all right, take care. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.